Hello everyone, my name is Gloria and welcome to Gloria's Crafts. Today we are going to be making this skeleton. I hope you can see it because my light's reflecting off of it. It's from the Etsy shop and it goes for $169. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a skeleton head, the head. You're going to need creepy cloth. You're going to need a bunch of flowers. I'm not sure exactly how many, painted black. I painted some with spray paint and I painted some with acrylic paint. I used this from a ribbon. It's the inside of the ribbon, and then I used the outside to make a top hat. You're going to need some little pumpkins, some feather boas, one of these little skeletons, but basically you only need his hands, okay? You are going to need a candlestick. I used a mirror, one of those square mirrors. I used some of the foam that you would put in for a plant. Here's my skeleton already mounted to this with the hands on his face. And then the little top hat I made out of this. So, and I wrapped that all up. This takes the most time. That's why it's already done. I painted everything black. And I got it done because of the fact that it takes 24 hours for it to cure. So this is his little top hat that I made out of the ribbon spool. And I put some ribbon around it on the top also. And here's his little face with his hands. And the candlestick, the square. It's a mirror and it had gold around it. And then part of foam that I painted black. So pretty much this is mostly black and a little bit of silver. Okay. I'm going to now take the creepy mesh, gauze, whatever you want to call it, cheesecloth, and I had put his head over here the other day where it wasn't sticking because I had something too heavy on his head. So I'm going to cover that with this cheesecloth. You're definitely not going to need all of this cheesecloth. It's quite a bit. So you're just going to want to put it where you think you like it. Then I took the feather boa and I started here, and I'm going to start wrapping it around the hat, but not too much because you don't want to not see the hat. Because you want to put the flowers and other items on here. So I'm just trying to make it come out this way so that I can put the feathers and everything on it. Not the feathers, oh my goodness. The flowers on it. It's very poofy. I think this is elegant, very pretty. You want to bring it up some so you can see his little hands. I'm just trying to have some kind of base for my flowers. I'm also thinking that the flowers, I could also have them on top of each other. So I'm trying to, a lot of. You do not have to use the entire boa. I just wanted to give it a shot and see what I thought. I really kind of like it. So I'm just pulling it up so that you could possibly see his hands. So there's a tassel at the end of the boa. You definitely want to glue that out of his face or it'll drag it down. So this is what we have so far. The feather boa, the gauze. I'm going to take this feather and glue it up here so that you can see his hands. He has his top hat on. Now we're going to do some flowers. You're just going to put them wherever you like. I cut this nub off the back most of the time. If you cut it too short, the flower comes apart, but this way it gets closer to what you're gluing it onto. There's a flower at the bottom, so I am going to put this flower that I put a little glitter and glue on down here. I think it's very, very pretty. I hooked the stem into the back of the foam mold, so you really don't need hot glue on that. And there's that. Then when you think you have enough flowers on his head, you're going to take your pumpkins and you're going to clip them wherever you want. I'm going to glue this pumpkin because he keeps wanting to go down. So you want to be able to see his face. Okay? And there's a little spider on his hand over here. And this is my favorite. I don't remember where I got this. I know it wasn't the Dollar Tree. But I am absolutely in love with this little spider. You can't see. There it is. So here it is. I tried to stay with the color scheme that the person has on Essie, but I really, really liked that. There. You're going to need, I completely forgot, some pipe cleaners. So I'm going to get them and I'll be right back. I got my pipe cleaners. I'm going to take a pen. This is a painter's marker. And I'm going to twist it around to give you a little bit of that. And then I'm going to put it up. So I'm going to glue the bottom and put it in. Maybe bring it up a little more so you can see it. Put glue on the bottom and stick it in. I tried to stay as close to the original design as it was on the Etsy shop. And I think I did pretty good. So I am really, really, really happy at how this turned out. So here he is. Here he is, for less than $20. Not exactly sure how much I spent because of the fact that I had quite a bit of these items at home. But I'm giving it a rough guesstimate of $20 to make something that's going for $169 on the Etsy shop. I think he's adorable. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Bye! Okay, for this craft, I'm going to be making a topiary of skulls. Okay? So I have my plunger and 2 skulls already on it. Okay? Plunger is painted black and the top is painted black, the whole thing. So what you're going to do is you are going to line up the top up here, okay, see that? And then you're going to cut holes in it on the top and the bottom, okay? So this is what it looks like so far. It has this skull and this skull. So I'm going to hot glue gun this skull down on top of this one, and then I'm going to cut this skull and put it on top. So stand by. So I put a hole in the bottom and a hole in the top. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I am going to feed it through the top of the plunger. So now it looks like this. And I'm going to hot glue gun the top skull, and then I'm going to add embellishments and other items. So let me glue the top real quick. So there is the 3 skeletons. I think they're cute. So now I'm going to add some items around and some flowers. So we'll leave it so you can see the top one. So I put some gauze around between the second and the third gauze. So you can put whatever you want on your beautiful topiary of skeletons. I'm going to add some black flowers because I didn't want it to be all anything but like black and white is what I'm going for. So I added a flower to the top. You can add anything you like. I added some gauze that I got off one of the other skeletons. Now I'm going to add some flowers and black items around the bottom. Here's 2 flowers I put on the bottom, and I just did it with what's the word? My glue gun. I did it with my glue gun. So these flowers were originally a different color, as you can see right here. So I had spray painted or used acrylic paint on them, and this is what my topiary is starting to look like. And if I turn it around, you can see how it's looking. And I'm going to do some stuff on the bottom here. Don't want to cover their face with the gauze. I might cut that. So I'm going to add some more flowers up here, and so that looks pretty snazzy. So let's do that. So I finished my topiary, and basically I have some flowers at the bottom, then a skull, then another skull, and I like the fact that I put a spider between his teeth. And then the gentleman on top has some gauze over him, and then a flower on the top. I think it's kind of scary, but not real scary. I think it's actually kind of cute. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you are interested in more DIY from Dollar Tree and organizational things, please subscribe to my channel, Glorious Crafts, and hit the like button and leave a comment. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Gloria and welcome to Glorious Crafts. I'm going to be making, I believe, a centerpiece out of pool noodles that look like candles. So what I have done is I cut the pool noodles to the length I wanted, wrapped some jute twine around it, and painted it a little black. Then I got my glue gun, and you start at the bottom here and you work your way up, and I did around here so that it would look like candle wax melting. Then you can buy these from the Dollar Tree, and let's see if there's a tighter one. Probably not. And it'll go in to your candle. Now if you have a long one like this, I suggest you get toothpicks and put them through to hold it, and I will show you how to do that. So I have 2 toothpicks And what I'm going to do is, this is about that long to where the rope is. So I'm going to stick a toothpick in here, through, as far as I can. It'll come out the other side. And then another one through the other side. Now this is just so you can turn it off, or if you want to change the batteries. So you stick it in, and the toothpicks will hold it up. Okay? So I would nip these off. Okay? These little toothpicks that are sticking out, I would cut those little tabs off so you don't get hurt. And that's how you turn it off. You turn it on, turn it off. So I had bought this tray from the Dollar Tree, and I have all my pool noodles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue around the bottom, and put it on the tray. And it stands because they weigh about nothing. And then I'll do the next one. I have 7 altogether. This was, I believe, a pool noodle and a half for the 7 that I'm putting on here. If they're not staying up, just hold them for a couple seconds, because your glue needs to adhere a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my twine and wrap it around the candles to make them tighter so that they stand up straight. Now the little guys are already standing there, but I'm also going to wrap them with twine. The little ones at the bottom, down here. I have misplaced my scissors, so I'm trying to use a knife. They're around, I just have so much stuff around. Then I bought this pretty boa at the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to wrap it around the bottom. Can you see that? So I wrapped the boa around the bottom. Okay, now I'm going to put, I have 7 of these lights So I'm going to put the one in to show you how cute that looks. So I have 7 of them to go in there. I just don't want to lose them before Halloween. Now I'm going to take some of these little berry sprigs that I've gotten at the Dollar Tree. Actually, I got them today. And I'm going to put them on here. This was a whole skeleton, but I just took his head. He has no body. And I'm going to put him in here. And then I'm going to add a bow. So I have a bow I already made. I'm going to tie it around my candle. I'm going to add a little bit of glue so that it stays upright. You gotta hold that for a couple minutes so that it stays upright. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this on my porch or not when Halloween comes, but I might leave it in the house on one of my tables. So I'm going to get the other lights and put them in there so you can see what they look like. But this is a simple, easy craft from the Dollar Tree, and I'll show you what it looks like with all the lights on it. So this is the end result. I put another bow on. It has a skull. 2 of these don't have the candles in it because my children have taken my batteries. Lucky me. So this is the end result. I think it's very cute. You could put it on your table, a mantle. You could put it outside. I think it's very, very cute. All made with pool noodles. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you.